Mindfulness is I think, very helpful because it provides some really simple techniques to help people to slow down, wake up, be present, be aware, remember that they are here. I think the best definition of mindfulness is just to flip it around and say, well, what was the last thing that you did that was mindless? How did you drink the last cup of coffee that you drank? How did you eat breakfast today? And I found myself this morning, bizarrely enough, so lost in thought in the shower that I realised halfway through my shower that I was using shaving gel, not shower gel, and I was so lost in thought. So mindfulness. I woke up at that point. I realized, what am I doing? I've been so lost in thought that I haven't been present. Yeah. So I actually stopped for a moment and thought, here is a blessing of water, warm water. I am here. And I just gave thanks for a moment in that present moment before kind of moving on again. Mindfulness experts, one guy, John Kabat-Zinn, he would describe mindfulness as wakefulness with open-hearted presence. So there's an element of just being here in the present, awake to what's happening, not kind of reliving events in your head all the time or pre-living them. I think all of us suffer from the kind of constant chatter in our minds, which some of the contemplative Christians would call the ego or the voice of the false self, constantly competing, comparing, trying to control things on our behalf, and it gets in the way and it takes us into the past or into the future. So part of mindfulness is just helping us to quieten down that kind of the constant chatter in our minds and to be more fully present to our family or to our work or whatever it is.
Yeah. So that's mindfulness, but you want people not just to live mindfully, but soulfully. Yeah. So how does that work?
Well, again, flip it round for a moment. Soulless. This is a great point of human contact between those of us in the church and those outside. Actually, we know people have put off the word religion. I also think people have put off the word spiritual and spirituality. Right. Soul, soulful, soulless. I think people can really identify with that. If you're trapped in a soulless work routine, or dare I say even trapped in a bit of a soulless Christian service sometimes, you know how it feels. Sometimes our toxic patterns of life can feel soul-destroying. So actually, Jesus said he came to bring us life and life to the full. And mindfulness takes us to this wonderful threshold. It quietens down the mind. But my question then is, what next? You just get to a point where you begin to feel your soul stir. And that's the moment when you can just retreat and go back into your crazy busy life and think, okay, let's calm me down a bit. Or you can think, okay, I'm going to follow this trail further. What does it mean to live a soulful life? And I think soul connects us. It talks about the uniqueness that God has created within us. We are unique souls. Soul also connects us more deeply to God, to each other, to nature, to the world around us. And then we can live that uniqueness and that connection out through our work, through our creativity, through our life. So I want to live a more soulful life. And, I guess most of us do deep down.
Tune in to The Profile Interview in association with Christianity Magazine every Saturday at 4 p.m. only on Premier Christian Radio, where faith comes to life.